You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Cobb County man who thought he was going on a date was robbed at gunpoint instead. Those who set him up have now been sentenced, according to Cobb County District Attorney Flynn D. Brody Jr. On March 13th of 2020, Cobb County police arrived on the scene at Kingsley Village Apartments in Cobb County, and the victim informed officers that he had arrived at the location to pick up a 20-year-old Jada Hill for a date. Hill stalled the man for over an hour until he was robbed at gunpoint. Security footage from the apartment complex showed two men in a silver sedan who pulled up to the victim's car, left with guns drawn, and forced the man out of his own car. From there, the men demanded money from the victim and stole his car, which left him stranded. During the robbery, Hill was then seen exiting the victim's car and entering the silver sedan. A Good Samaritan allowed the victim to call 911 from their phone. At the trial, Hill's phone records show that she communicated with the victim to set up the date, making sure he was unarmed and had cash directly on him. Hill was found guilty of one count of armed robbery, one count of hijacking a motor vehicle, and one count of aggravated assault. Hill was sentenced to 10 years in prison, followed by 10 years of probation. One of the gunmen, Devontae Porter, pled guilty to armed robbery, hijacking a motor vehicle, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm prior to trial and received a sentence of 5 years to serve in prison, followed by 10 years of probation. The third co-defendant has not yet been identified.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
All right, so this is not my first time doing a story like this, but I just want to reiterate to a lot of the black men out there, and I'm talking about a lot of y'all. It don't matter if you got sons, brothers, stepbrothers, stepsons, whatever it is. Just want to reiterate to y'all, like, yo, y'all got to be talking because you got these women out here that will set you up. Yo, like the best thing I can sit up here and say is that I'm very happy that the man involved, he has his life. They took the money, they took his car. I'm completely fine with that. He still got his life. He's still able to breathe. This is just going to be a lesson where he is going to this is going to, like I said, it's a life-changing thing. So no telling, how it is his outlook when it deals with women at this moment in time. But like I said, I've covered stories like this before. Yo, black guys, I need y'all to be more careful. I need y'all to be more observant. Um, like I said, y'all got to stop meeting these girls like at night. Meet them out there in the open, in the public. Go take them out to, like broad daylight, a dinner, to lunch. Take them out to like a park where there's a lot of people. I'm talking about like hundreds of people. Stuff like that. Where people can see what's going on and all of these other types of things. Because the last thing that I want to happen to y'all is that y'all get trapped, y'all get tricked by some of these girls, some of these women directly out here who just out there working with other people, just trying to rob y'all. Like I said, that's crazy. That's 1,000% crazy. She 1,000. First of all, yo, any brothers out there, if a woman is trying to sit up there and stall you for like an hour, it's time to go. Just cut your losses and just leave. It ain't no reason for you to sit up there and sit there. It don't take an hour to like, go somewhere. It don't take that long. Like I said, something really should have, clicked in that man's mind to let him know, like, yo, something's up. Like spider senses should have been like tingling. It should have been tingling. And I want y'all to understand this too. Women are used in a lot of these incidences. You got women that either make these plans to do this because like, yo, it's gonna be a quick lick. We all gonna make it and yada yada yada, or they'll be co-conspiring with men out here in order to sit up there and rob you. Like I said, I've done a numerous amount of stories directly out here about these situations. Other situations have gone terribly awry. Did not end up well for anybody that was there. Like I said, y'all gotta, start being wiser. This is why I sat up there and said before, I would rather for a lot of the young dudes out here to be really just focused on themselves. Stop focusing on these little girls. Stop focusing on these women out here. Just focus on you. Because the moment in time that you sitting up here focused on a lot of these women, it's gonna bring you trouble. It could potentially be life ending as well. because you don't know what any of these women can potentially bring to you. And the other thing I want to sit up there and speak on too is that, like, yo, a lot of the women out here, black women, because the girl is black. So I had, again, we're looking at the picture. Um, I need y'all to start talking to y'all sons. A lot of y'all got sons. Y'all need to start informing them about these young girls out here, about these women out here, how they trifling, how they conniving, how they will sit up there and do anything for some money, even if it means taking the life of your son. You need to start warning your boys out here of how these girls are. Only you know this information because you've been around and near a multitude of different types of girls and women throughout your walks of life. Only you realistically have the book, the ins and outs of these girls and these women out here. It would behoove you to sit up there and hand the information over to your son. You need to sit up there and do it. My mom gave me that information, right? And that's her being a good mother. That's her looking out for me. Y'all need to do that exact same thing. So while y'all out here, potentially, you know, whatever y'all going through in life, make sure that you got a son that's going to be a young man, that's going to be a full-fledged man. And if at any moment in time that he ends up running into like the wrong type of women, you better think back on how it is that you taught him, the warnings that you gave him, or more specifically, the stuff that you didn't inform him of, the stuff that you didn't tell him. Like I said, y'all need to start warning these girls. Like, men can only say so much because again, we date, right? We see, right? But we don't internally know the inner workings of a woman and how it is that she views and sees men as, a potential lick and opportunity, right? A target. Like I, s- like I said, some of y'all not gonna understand up until your son is in this predicament and then you planning for a funeral. So again, hopefully, just so that won't happen, y'all will get up and y'all will start paying attention and you'll start talking to your sons so that your son won't be a story like this. Let me just put this in here because normally I have some people every now and again that want to pop up because they don't watch all the videos that I throw up there. They want to look at very specific ones because they feel like they got a leg to stand on. Please don't decide to bring up the fathers because I've brought up videos before showcasing that even when a father is directly in the house and a father is present and a father is doing the things that a father is supposed to do, that a daughter will still go out here and do the things that she wants to do, even if it's against her own best interest. So please don't do that to yourself. Please don't get into the comment section looking stupid and foolish the same way that you've been doing for umpteen videos in a row. Don't do it.